Well, thanks again for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm joined in studio by Billy, who is from Day One, Week One. How are you doing, Billy?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right, let's get right into it.
Okay.
Tell me about your organization.
So in June 9th of this year, 2023, I had an idea to start a nonprofit for first responders and veterans. The suicide rate across our country is astronomical. I did a little bit of research, and it's not hard to find over 450 first responders killed themselves last year in 2022. And that doesn't account for the 6,000 veterans that have killed themselves since the wars have started in 2001. There's a passion and a heavy burden on my heart to stop my brothers and sisters from killing themselves. So I started the nonprofit. It's called Day One, Week One. What we're doing is we're providing a platform for them on our podcast to come and tell their stories. They talk about their traumatic experiences, how they got through those, what their support system looked like, the people that they've reached out to, and some of those people they didn't reach out to when they were in dark places. My personal story of 2 years ago, I was in that frame of mind of suicide. I'd gone through a kind of not a traumatic event, but a traumatic experience in my career. And I felt like I had lost my identity. And with losing that identity and losing the touch of the people in my support system, I didn't feel like there was another place to go. Thankfully, my wife, being as incredible as she is, reached out after I called her and told her that today's a bad day. She reached out to a friend of ours who was an elder in our church. Within minutes, he arrived at my house. And he got out of the car and he kind of gave me a little smirk, but he did something that literally changed my life. He put his hand on the back of my neck and he put his head to my head. He said, "I'm not going to let you do this today. We're doing this together. So for every day that you need me here, I'm going to be here." And it changed my life. The physical touch in that moment, that's what we're missing. That's what we've lost over the years. So Day One, Week One wants to bring that back. My goal is to have a mental health triage group that can self-deploy into these situations. I'm not talking about having them in a situation where they're going to put themselves in danger or anyone else. They're not going to go to an active situation. It's going to be someone that reaches out and says, "Hey, I need help." They're going to deploy. They're going to go where they are. Unlike a 911 or a crisis center, where they would just talk to them on the phone and kind of consider their resources, they're going to deploy to where they are. "Hey, let's go get a cup of coffee. Let's go get a sandwich. Let's talk about what's going on," and then make that connection. And the triage part of it will be to find out exactly what they need and get them the resources that they need from that.
I love it. Okay. How can people listen to your podcast or learn more information?
So all you got to do is go to dayoneweek1.org. Obviously, we're taking donations. The big thing about the donations is we're obviously still building this organization. So there's costs, startup costs, there's different things, application fees, things like that go along with it. But eventually, when all of those things are complete, the plan is that we're going to start sponsoring first responders, helping to pay for some of their medical bills, their seeking mental health bills, their counseling and things like that. The best way to reach out, you can go to any platform. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, TikTok, Truth Social, Getter. We've opened up all of the avenues so that you can't really miss us, hopefully, out there. And we want to make sure that everybody's understanding and knowing that Day One, Week One is here.